Hey everybody, welcome back to the van. Well, it's a nicer day now in southern Alberta than it was a few days ago. It's actually spring is here every couple of days and then winter comes back. So I'm in the van today. I went out for a nice walk and it is still pretty crispy outside, not cold, but crispy. And I'm hoping that tomorrow the spring is here for a few days and I can actually do a bit more. Today I want to talk about making money while living in your van. I see so much information on this and so much of it's wrong. Not just living in a van, but living in a vehicle of any type. Now, first of all, if you're planning to live in a vehicle and you have no marketable skills now that you're living in a house, moving into a van is not going to all of a sudden give you magically marketable skills where you're going to start making money. It just doesn't happen. If you don't have a job, if you don't have something to bring in money now, moving into a van will not mean that you all of a sudden have money coming into your bank account because you're living in a van. It doesn't work that way. So many of the people that say, I make money living in my van, either had a good job or jobs beforehand, or they had marketable skills that they could move into a new profession while they're living into their van or their vehicle. Or 3, they have money that they're not telling you about. Because it just doesn't happen that you move into a vehicle and your bank account starts to grow magically. Just doesn't happen. As I mentioned before in some of these videos, while I'm at work, I'll keep videos playing and I'll keep audio podcasts playing so that I can listen to stuff while I'm doing mundane, repeatable tasks all day long, like scanning negatives or scanning slides or prints or whatever. Sometimes some of these podcasts get a little weird, and I mean really weird. The other day, one started playing, didn't have a clue of who this person was. They were talking about making money in a van and how they make up to $50,000 a month by living in their van. And I went, seriously? Wow. So I immediately, my ears got like, whoa, I need to hear this. How? Well, I had to listen to the entire thing to find out that they're day traders. They trade in the stock market during the day to make money. Well, I'm sorry, but you need money to trade to make money. You just don't go on the stock market and trade for free and they pay you for doing that. If they're making this up to $50,000 a month, they have a lot of money that they're playing with on the market. And just as easily, they can lose money. Another person I saw, they were stating that they made over $200,000. Well, they increased their savings in over $200,000 in 3 years by living in their van. I'm sorry, but living in your van, living in your vehicle, people don't pay you to do that. You need income in order to make money. You can't save money unless you're making money, unless somehow you're incredibly rich and you're making interest, and right now you don't make a lot of interest off of money. You just can't save money. Well, I did some research into this person, and they actually work 4 different jobs. They do social influencing, they do website designs, they do photography, they do marketing, they do mentoring. So they're actually working like crazy in their van, but they never bothered telling people that. All they told the people was, I've saved so much money living in my van. Well, I'm sorry, but when you look at their expenses, what they're living in, what they're paying to live in that vehicle could have been put towards a house and they could have saved the exact same amount of money. They could have cut down on what the rent was. They could have lived in a smaller apartment. They could have shared an apartment with a friend. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying vehicle living's wrong, but please understand, just because you're living in a vehicle does not mean you're making money just magically. Go for it. If you want to, do it. But understand, the minute you buy a van, your expenses start. And as I was told years ago, owning an RV, which a van is, a car is, an SUV is, a tent is, anything like that is, does not make you money. It costs you money. And living in anything will cost you. If you quit your job tomorrow and you move into the back of your pickup truck, you still need to pay insurance. You still need to pay For gas, you still need to pay for repairs. You're just not magically making money by moving into it. So what can you do? What jobs are there out there for somebody that is living in a vehicle? Well, the same jobs that you would get if you're living anywheres. If you have a marketable skill, let's say you are a painter and you paint houses, living in a van, living in a car, living in anything, you'll make the same money living in that and painting houses as if you had an apartment. If you want to be a painter and you don't have those skills, just because you're living in a vehicle is not going to get you those jobs. It just doesn't work that way. It's like if you want to be a brain surgeon. If you're living in an apartment and you want to be a brain surgeon, you need to go to school. If you're living in a vehicle and you want to be a brain surgeon, you have to go to school. It just doesn't magically happen. You can do day trading. Great. But you need money to be able to invest, and you need money that you can afford to lose to make money. You want to start a business. You want to become a photographer. Great. Go for it. Wonderful. I've been a photographer now for 37 years. I love being a photographer. It's great. I love what I do. Do I make a ton of money? Not a ton of money, but I make some good money. But if you can't take pictures now, living somewhere else, moving into a vehicle is not going to get you great pictures unless you know how to take the pictures. So be careful with what you're being sold. If you're planning it out, if you have money set aside for emergencies, if you have marketable skills that you can go around and do jobs, great, go for it. But understand, just because you live in a vehicle doesn't automatically get you money coming in magically. So until next time, have a great day. I'm going to get some more work done here, and hopefully by tomorrow it'll be above zero and I can get out a little bit more. I'm so looking forward to going kayaking. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.